A pioneering football coach who trained top players including ex-Rangers star and Aberdeen manager Derek McInnes was laid to rest today. John Willock, 81, founded Barrhead Youth Football Club in Barrhead, East Renfrewshire. Originally named Barrhead Boys Club, the organisation was founded in 1973 and Mr Willock paid for the strips himself. He insisted that green and blue, the colours of Celtic and Rangers, were banned, and instead players wore yellow and red, in a bid to crack down on sectarianism. Among the players who trained under Mr Willock were former Scotland manager Alex McIeish, former St Mirren and Aberdeen defender David Winnie, and current Aberdeen manager Derek McInnes. Mr Willock suffered a heart attack on September 30 and died on October 5. He had survived bowel cancer after being diagnosed 6 years ago, but more recently developed pancreatic cancer. Father of 3, Mr Willock leaves widow Jean, 81, daughters and Janice, 59, and Alison, 53, and son Andy, 55. John Willock also trained former Scotland manager Alex McIeish. Andy said, "I've been overwhelmed by the number of messages I've received about my dad this week and what a positive influence he had on people's lives. He always put everyone else first. He was a very selfless man. My dad started Barrhead Boys Club then, in 1973. They didn't have any money at the time and my dad purchased their first strips out of his own pocket. He made sure the colours were red and yellow, so there was no green or blue. He was adamant he didn't want any division and it was non-sectarian. There was a lot of poverty in Barrhead in those days. Football was seen as some form of respite for deprived kids." Barrhead YFC chairman Graham Vance said, "John started with one team and built it up from there. His legacy is huge, when you look at where we are now. We have over 600 kids playing football across 26 teams, all ages, girls and boys. We also have 100 volunteers. John made it all happen. You'll never meet anyone who has a bad word to say about John. Everyone in the community knew him." A spokesman for Aberdeen FC said, "Everyone at Aberdeen FC was saddened to hear of the passing of someone who did do much for youth football in this country and who was instrumental in the early career of our current manager. Our thoughts are with John's family at this sad time." Mr Willock's funeral was held at Woodside Crematorium in Paisley, Renfrewshire, today. For more on this story, visit the news article link.